Let me tell you about a kiddo that I had, a 9-year-old patient that I was taking care of previously. We're like, should we start stimulant medication? Like, what should we do with them? And so I encouraged the parents because they weren't really on board with medication. No problem. Love that. Love the parents that do not want to do medication as a first line. Like, let's find out other things we can do. So we tested him and found that his ferritin was technically normal in the between the 15 and the 50 range. And it was technically normal. His pediatrician was like, yeah, it's normal. But it wasn't in the functionally insufficient area is where it was. And so we brought up his iron levels and addressing the other things that were going on. We used omega-3s and we used magnesium. And within a couple of months, his teacher actually reported that she was like, do you guys have him on medication? Like, what's going on? And the parents were like, no, like we just kind of changed up his diet and his vitamins and he's doing much better. And they were so happy and thrilled that we didn't actually have to start stimulant medication, that we were able to just address things from a nutrient level and find as much success versus starting a stimulant. And that has been something they were super thankful for. And I was super happy to share that journey with them. Just some examples of how it can help by getting some of your nutrients figured out. Alternative number 2, ADHD symptoms without medication. So the second one is dietary modification. And I'm going to give you some specifics because you hear that, oh, cut this out, cut that out, all these things, or just eat healthy and you'll be fine. And that doesn't really help. You need like those specifics, right? And so obviously you want to work with your provider, but I'm going to give you some ideas of how to work with that. So removing food dyes. Multiple studies have shown with research and even published out there that artificial food dyes actually significantly increase and worsen our ADHD symptoms in our kiddos. And we're talking like red dye 40, yellow 5. And one of those things, it's really important. And let's not forget like the blue dye number 1. These things are in cereal, they're in yogurts, they're in medications, they're in everything that our kids consume, fruit snacks, all of these things. And so something to think about is that over in Europe, because we're here in the US, they actually require warning labels in Europe on foods that have artificial dyes because of their effect on attention and behavior. The US does not put these alerts on there. But that doesn't mean that they're safe. And there is a lot of things kind of going on right now in the news about, I actually just heard a study yesterday on the radio about challenging, should we be labeling these things in our food and are they safe?